Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss infinite series, some basic definitions and properties. So what is infinite series? So if u1, u2, u3, un up to infinity, there are infinite real numbers, and if we keep them in this form, that set of some real numbers arranged in a manner that is called sequence, that we all know. If we write them as summation, as sum, u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus up to un plus it keeps on going. That means if we keep n infinite real numbers as summation, then it is known as infinite series. So summation form it is known as series, and it just the arrangement it is known as sequence. So this is denoted by summation over n 1 to infinity un. So if you expand this, you will see that you get this. This is the summation form or notation form of infinite series, or simply we can write summation un. That is understood that if we are talking about series, that goes to 1 to infinity. Sum of first n terms. If we take first n terms and sum of those terms, that is denoted by Sn. Here we should remember that once it is infinite series, after a point that summation stops changing. There is very small I would say that variation, so that whatever properties these first n terms possess, that is applicable to the complete infinite series. Second, what is the property of infinite series? If I remove first few terms, then also that properties does not change. Since it is infinite series, so removal or addition of few terms does not change the properties, basic properties or basic nature of that infinite series. Remember, we can do that in the starting, first few terms only. We cannot remove the middle terms, then that arrangement, that pattern changes. So if we remove or if we add few terms in initial form or initial few terms, that properties of infinite series does not change. Now, so one of the most important property which we talk about or where we use this infinite series is finding convergence or divergence. So what is the definition of convergence and divergence? How convergence means converging to some point. After a point, that value, that limit becomes constant, that is converging. And if it is just keeps on going, expanding or increasing, that means this is diverging. So how to find out whether it is converging or diverging? So the basic test for convergence is if we are able to find out the sum of first n terms, which is denoted by Sn, and limit n tends to infinity, Sn. If we apply the limit n tends to infinity on the first summation of first n terms and it becomes finite, if it tends to the finite value, then we say that this series is convergent. Similarly, if we apply the limit n tends to infinity on Sn and it does not reach to a finite value, it keeps on increasing, that means it is with n it is also increasing, that means it is diverging. In that case, that series is said to be divergent. Now if at n points, if it is not having a fixed value, it is having based on the number of terms, if the value keeps on changing, that means it is oscillating between those values. That limits is, we have more than one limit and the value is oscillating between those values, then this series is known as oscillatory series. So we'll try to understand these definitions by example. So I hope you have written this. If not, you note it down, all the basic definitions, then we will understand this convergence, divergence and oscillation series with one example of each. So first example is test for the convergence of the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n up to infinity. So this is the infinite series of this term. So what we have to do, we have to find out sum of first n terms. So what is the summation of first n terms? That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n terms. So how we define, how we find out sum of these n terms up to n values? It is n plus 1 by 2. So the formula for the sum of first n terms is n plus 1 by 2. Now for convergence we have to apply the limit n tends to infinity, and based on the value we decide whether it is divergent or convergent. So limit n tends to infinity as n. This is limit n tends to infinity n plus 1 by 2. So now we have to see, whenever we apply the limit, we try to find out finite value. We always look for the way so that we can find a finite value. If it is not possible, then we have to write whatever we are getting. So is it possible to make it finite? If we can remove this n, or if we can take it in denominator somehow, then it can be reduced to finite value. But we can see that it is not possible. That means it is tending to infinity. That means when n tends to infinity, Sn tends to infinity, the series is divergent. So we can conclude that therefore given series is divergent. You can refer to the definition. There we have mentioned that if summation of first n terms tends to infinity, when limit tends to infinity, then the series is said to be divergent. Okay. So this is the example for divergent series. Now let's take one more example. Now next series we have taken is 5 minus 4 minus 1 plus 5 minus 4 minus 1 plus 5 minus 4 minus 1 up to infinity. Now again, to check the convergence, we have to take first n terms. Now here the case is, what are the first n terms? If n is multiple of 3. Now you see, if n is multiple of 3, I have taken only 3 terms, then what is the sum? 5 minus 4 minus 1. What is the value? It is 0. If I take 6, again it is 0. So like that, if I take multiples of 3, that Sn becomes 0. Okay. So if, or let me write, if n is 3m, multiple of 3. Similarly, if I take n as 3m plus 1, means multiple of 3 plus 1 more term. So 3 plus 1, what is the value? 5. Again 6 plus 1, again it is 5. So whenever I am taking n as 3m plus 1, I am getting the value 5. And if n is 3m plus 2, what would be the value? 3m plus 2 means 3 terms, multiple of 3 plus 2 terms. So 3 plus 2 term, what is the value? This is what we are getting here, 5, 10 minus 8 and 1, that is 1. So Sn is, we are getting as 1. So you can check that when we take multiples of 3, value is 0. When we take multiple of 3 plus 1 more term, value is 5. And when we take multiple of 3 plus 2 more terms, value is 1. So we cannot decide that what is the value of first and sum of first n terms. This is oscillating between these 3 terms. This type of series is known as oscillating series. So we can say the given series is oscillating series. So it is clear that this case is possible when we have positive and negative terms both. If we have all the positive terms, we will have some sum that will not cancel. We will get only fixed values. If we have all negative, that means again I can take minus sign common, that is same as positive terms. Because whenever we multiply any infinite series with finite value, that property does not change. That is the basic property of infinite series. That value or the basic properties or its whatever the results are, that does not change. So that means oscillating series is possible if we have positive and negative terms both. If we have only positive term, either series will converge or it will diverge. It will never oscillate. So that is the basic a basic property when series can oscillate, you should remember that it is possible if we have positive and negative terms both. Okay, so now I'll take one more very known example to understand this convergence and divergence better. Okay, so let's take one more example. The given series is 1 plus r square up to infinity. So clearly you can see that this is geometric series. We have to check the convergence when r is less than 1, r is greater than 1, and when r is equal to 1. So what is the sum of geometric series first n terms? So let's write the first n terms. Sn is 1 plus r square up to, what will be the